Good afternoon. My name is Sara Clavijo. My final TD project is based on the life of an old and wise tree planted in Colombian land. His name was Pedro. The story begins when there were no humans in his habitat, only animals and plants. Everything was calm and harmonious. He liked his life. He also had a friend bird who received the name of Luis, a cheerful, funny, and talkative common bien te veo. He liked a lot of flying, knowing the world, and observing the action of humans. Some time later, a peasant family arrived in this territory. They had suffered the violence and forced displacement that many families suffer in real life in this country. This family was looking for a new opportunity, so they built their house, harvested their crops, and raised cattle. They really enjoyed sharing with the family and they just want to feel at home. Pedro also enjoyed seeing and listening to them. Luis also enjoyed this, since in the rest of the world humans went through a lot. Luis, happy to see the peasant family, wanted to show his friend, Pedro, an invasion of humans, the radio. So he put on some music to share some time together. But sometimes good things do not turn out as one would like. Unfortunately, this family was once again a victim of violence in Colombia. The guerrillas attacked them and killed every member of this family. They destroyed everything they had built in order to have more territory for their marijuana crops. Pedro suffered this loss. He did not feel comfortable with these humans and even less with what they had done in their habitat. There was no vegetation left, the animals had left, and thus humans only want to do evil. Luis was also devastated. We could not believe how much evil there was in the human world. All this began to affect Pedro. He knew that this was not right and that time his to leave had come. After all this did a parade. They had a deep talk about life and humans. Pedro just accepted his destiny. He knew that he had had a good life, and he would leave this earthly world with a peaceful mind. So did fulfill his task. He raised her oath and ended the life of the tree. He just collapsed and she disappeared. A few minutes later, Luis arrived, worried and sad for his friend, so he just said goodbye. This project has a tangled stage to represent the three scenes of the short film. Say the stage was made in cereal planes with recycled cardboard. Likewise, in our story, three objects stand out: the cows that represented peasant life and their humanity, the radio to contrast the good with the bad in history, that is, when the peasants were building a new opportunity to live. But the violence that is experienced in Colombia has affected many people. In this case, the humble family living them lifeless and affecting the territory, and finally the oath of the deed, which end ends the life of the tree and its history. Finally, three main characters: Pedro the tree, Luis the bird, and the deed. These characters were built from polyhedrons. They are puppets with different systems depending on their use in the story and their morphology. They were made with straw, cardboard, and cardboard. Meanwhile, the secondary characters, that is to say the humans, were built the plasticine. What was sought when building this story was to show a situation that is experienced daily in the country. The countryside is of great importance for the economy, food security, and the development of the country. Peasants are the ones who provide the food we consume daily and largely guarantee food security in our country. However, small farmers in the countryside face great difficulties to sow, harvest, and market their products. So today, so today, I want to invite you as human beings and citizens of Colombia to be more reflective and aware of our actions. Small actions with many people can make big changes. Thank you very much for your attention.